Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Coffee Chatting Candidly. I am your host, Bar, aka the Vietnamese Prince. What's up, guys? What's up? Man, it's been a minute. I think it's been 2 weeks since I put out my last Coffee Chatting Candidly. But yeah, it's good to be back. I have a lot of updates for you guys if you guys care. Before we get started, let's talk about what I'm sipping on right now. Right now, I'm sipping on Verve Rwanda. Tasting notes consist of starfruit, watermelon, and a supple tactile. Tactile just means what it feels like in your mouth. That's what a lot of roasters have been implementing in their tasting notes lately, and it's pretty good. It's really good. Starfruit. I definitely have more like a watermelon hint with this coffee. It's really good. Not like the wow factor is definitely I would say like a low 8 on the spectrum, but it's a very enjoyable cup of coffee. Oh yeah, but it's nice and fruity, which is dope. But anyway, let's get into our video today. So, I kind of wanted it to be a little special since this is our 10th episode. Yay! And it's something that I've been thinking about. For today's topic, I've been thinking about very, very more so recently. Because if you guys didn't know, well, I didn't tell anybody, but I quit my job. And this is not news. I've quit multiple jobs before, and this job in particular, if you guys followed my journey of this YouTube channel, I was working as a DSD driver. Basically, what I did was I stocked coffee, specialty coffee, in grocery stores such as Whole Foods, Safeway, or Albertsons, and yeah, something I wasn't really happy about. I mean, I think that's very important. As James Friedman once said, he said that the way that he discovered his passion for Blue Bottle was doing things that he didn't like for a long time, and finally coming to a point where, okay, let's do something that I actually like and I actually love and I care about. And that's very important to go through these things, so then you understand that there are things that you don't want to do in life, and that's okay. You know that, and that's good. And that's where I'm at. There's always been one thing I knew I wanted to do, is to open up a coffee shop, and delivering coffee at grocery stores definitely isn't something that pertains to that, but it definitely helps, because one day when I actually have an operating coffee company, then I know how the distribution aspect works, and I definitely know that I don't want to partake in it. So that's a good thing. But today's topic, we're going to be talking about our 20s. And to put this episode in a particular title, we're going to talk about basically why SZA implemented in her song 20 something. You know that song? God bless these 20 somethings. Why did she say that? God bless these 20 somethings. What? Sorry, the coffee's kicking in. First and foremost, shout outs to my homegirl, Jean. We were actually talking about this a couple months ago, and why is it so important? Why are 20s so important? And what I realized is it's important because it's just the way that our lives have been structured. Coming out of high school, going into college. 20s, you this is where you gain your independence. This is where you find yourself. As cliche as it sounds, you are basically in charge of what the next 10 to 20 years of your life is gonna look like. And then further on, once you're 30, I think you have more responsibilities. But 20s is building that foundation. What do you want to do when you grow up? Are you gonna go to school for it? Are you gonna work a blue collar job? There's just all these questions that you might have to ask yourself. And this is pertaining to the millennial era, because that's where I pretty much lie on. I am 24, so that makes me a Generation Y. And I'm 4 years into my 20s, and so I think I have some sort of credibility to lay out, what 20s are like. So just to give you guys like a personal experience of what I went through in my 20s. When I was 20, I moved out on my own for the first time. And I think that was just a step of me trying to find myself, and for me to really understand what I wanted to do in life, because at that age I didn't really understand what was going on in my life. Like, I didn't understand why I was acting a certain way, I was feeling certain things, and why I had these certain thoughts that would occur and basically make me question life. And I really appreciate that time of me just being independent. 21, 22. 21 was a great year. It was dope. I definitely got a taste of what adulthood was like. 22 was definitely depressing because I was doing a lot of the same things, and I didn't really know what I guess what growth was, because I felt very stagnant, And 23 was when I first started my first entrepreneurship role, and that was something that I definitely am very grateful for, being able to just understand what taking a risk is like. And it pushed me to where I definitely know what steps to take now to build a successful business. And so I'm here now at 24, and I feel like I've reverted back to square one when I was 20. Like that it's just a feeling. It's not like I actually I'm 20 again. Like I have this feeling that I hit that reset button. And I'm really grateful for that, because that is something that it's very rare to come across. Because me, for example, I tend to beat myself up a lot whenever I get into failure situations, and so I'm very grateful that now I'm able to take a step back and build my foundation again, so then I can build a more successful future. But to just kind of give you guys a lesson learned of my 20s. Anybody that's in their 20s right now, the one thing I want to challenge you guys is, what are you passionate about? And ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question until you get tired of yourself asking that, because you have to get to the point where if you don't know, feeding yourself and finding a way to find your passion, digging, like introspection, it's gonna pop up eventually, and it's not gonna be like overnight. You're gonna have to constantly search. Like, if you lost your car keys, are you gonna find it by just sitting there and not doing anything? Ask and discover. Go online, do some research. What are you passionate about? For me, how I found my passion was working in a coffee shop. How did I get to a point where I want to open up a coffee shop? Well, I worked in a coffee shop. Remember when I was 18, I found my first coffee shop job, and that was the most memorable and most amazing moment in my life. And then I talked to a bunch of people, and I shared my passion, like what I loved about my job. And from sharing my passion, I was able to kind of cultivate like a sense of identity of what I love. And so one of the things was building connections and building a community. Like, I love the idea that I'm able to build my own family, and not through like a reproductive system. It's by talking to people and getting people on board of my dreams and my aspirations. And that's how I found my passion. It's just I actually put a lot of the things I preach into practice, like being nice to people and loving people, interacting with people. That I put that into practice, and so that's very important. Put the things that you preach into practice. All right. Just to close out, because there's a lot that I've said, and I hope that it kind of resonates with you that are listening. Just remember, this is not a race. Your life is not a race. You can't compare your life with other people. Even though you are maybe the same age as another person, you only relate so much with them. But they have their own lives, you have your own life, and you guys are going in different directions. But you know, it's always nice to be able to share with people that are around your age, because then you know it gives you like a sense of, oh, like I'm not totally a huge mess up, you know, like there's other people that are struggling just like me, and you know, life is not gonna get any easier, so let's try to do this together. But you know, like I said, you live your own life, and you will run into your own problems, and you have to find your own solutions. But yes, that is basically sums up today's episode. Why are our 20s so important? Well, to just sum it all up, to just make it super simple for you to understand why your 20s are so important, it's because your 20s is a time for you to find yourself. That's it. Just this is a moment. This is a lifetime. What's that phrase? This is a moment of a lifetime. You know, like you only get this once, and you only get your 20s once. So make it count. All right. That's all I really have to say for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this coffee chat and Candidly. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, it helps with a lot. It helps a lot for me. I've been slacking on a YouTube game, and you know, my algorithms ain't looking good. So if you can help me out, that'd be great. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It's Sunday right now, but if you're watching this on a Monday, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and stay productive. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.